Hi, I'm Lauren, and this is Hollywood Party, and today I'm going to be talking to you about two different books about Liz Taylor. The first one, Furious Love, is by two different authors, Sam Kashner and Nancy Schoenberger, and the other one, How to Be a Movie Star, is by William J. Mann. They're about Liz Taylor, both of them, but they're both kind of about different things. This one is solely about her relationship with Richard Burton, and it's a really good summer read. Like, I did not understand the appeal of Richard Burton before I read this book. The authors were given, by Liz Taylor, his love letters to her. That's why I'm saying this is a good summertime read. Like, they're pretty freaking hot. I mean, nobody writes me letters. Like, our whole generation gets no love letters. It's like some lame-o text with a dick pic involved. No one asked for that. No one asked for that. So he definitely was not sending dick pics to Liz Taylor. I'm sure she would have probably liked it. But the love letters are, like, he's a Shakespearean actor, so they're so eloquent. Even when he's talking about, he loves her fat fingers. Dude, no one loves my fat fingers. Like that, like this kind. When you start reading it, you think, oh my god, I wish my boring relationship was like this. But then every relationship compared to Burton and Taylor is so boring because most people aren't strung out on pills and booze. That'll jack you up. I mean, the lust part of their relationship is pretty hot to read about, but then, post, I don't know, whatever happened to Virginia Woolf, it gets pretty super sketch. Not good. She gets a lot of jewelry. That's cool. They do talk about them living on a yacht, basically, the entirety of their relationship. And they had a lot of pets, dogs in particular. And so they just talk about, the authors are yeah, there's, little dog dookies all over the yacht. Gross. It's gross. And I think about that every time I see people with little dogs. So sorry if you have a little dog, but I think your house has dog dookie all in it. Because it probably does. And that's gross. I'm judging you. Judging you too, Liz Taylor. It's nasty. I don't know, I definitely think Richard Burton's way hotter now. I listened to him on my Pandora Broadway station because he was in Camelot. Haven't seen the play, I know the story, and he's got a nice voice, so I get the appeal. He's eloquent, he does have nice eyes, his speaking voice is beautiful, just I just didn't think he was super hot, and now I'm okay, I get it, I see it, that's cool, and plus, he writes a nice love letter. So this is, definitely, you're going on vacation, going to, a pool party or whatever, not pool party, you're gonna want to party, whatever, you're going to Palm Springs, you're going to the beach, bring this to read, and you will not regret it. This is, a 4 to 5 star book to me, excellent book. How to Be a Movie Star by William J. Mann. He wrote a book that I did a review on about Barbra Streisand, Hello Gorgeous. So I'm going into it already knowing I love the way he writes. He said with the Barbra Streisand book that he wasn't a fan of hers as in the beginning. This one I get that he was a fan of hers. This is kind of almost you could read it as a self-esteem or self-help book a little bit. And I'm sure that was not his intention, but the way she was trained to think about herself and the self-esteem she had because of growing up in the MGM studio system, you can use that in your own life. You're the shit. Don't take anyone's crap. I liked it. Interwoven into the story is her weird relationship with Hedda Hopper, who is a tool bag and a half. Everything you've seen, you've seen her portrayal of, or the portrayal of Hedda Hopper in Feud, you've seen it in, what was that, Trumbo? She's not a nice woman, period, at all. She a gross lady. So it kind of, you get more of that in this, so she's the villain of this book. It kind of dissects her relationships a bit more, her first husband, Nicky Hilton, and how she was so pampered with the studio system, married him, and it's whoa, I'm getting beat. They were just, the real world to the MGM stars did not exist. And when she was forced out into it. It was like shell shock to her, which is why when she divorced him, she went for like a meek, mild, maybe gay dude with Wilding. And that was interesting to read about him and his like clearly beard of a first wife. Then they talk about Mike Todd, who also liked Burton. I was like, I don't get it. And I'm reading a book about Gypsy Rose Lee, who had a lengthy affair with Mike Todd. He smacked Liz Taylor around, like they had a rough relationship, but she kind of seemed to like it. I hate saying that, but like, she seemed to like the roughness of men. He was the one who got her hooked on jewelry. Like, really hooked on it? I'm hooked on it. I really don't get much. I get some, but I will take more from anyone. So they talk about that, and then in this one, it does go into like the Eddie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds triangle, and what he says about Debbie Reynolds is interesting. I had never heard it before. I'm not going to talk about it because I want you to read this book. It is good. I would give it like a 4.5 stars. And I don't even like Liz Taylor. Like, I know I read 2 books on her. She's not my favorite actress. Not even in the top 5. I don't think she's that good. Sorry. She's pretty. I like looking at her. I like Giant. I like Father of the Bride, but not because of her, because of Spencer Tracy. But her mentality, I like her as a person. I like her persona. I like her fashion, because she did have a smoking hot body, and then she was like, caftans it is, eat it. It doesn't really talk much past her divorce with Burton. It kind of just like, yeah, she marries whatever dude in, I don't know, Virginia, and that didn't go well. But it's fascinating. Like, what I took from this book, like I said, wasn't intended, but I liked it a lot. And I would say give it a shot. Even if Liz Taylor's not your favorite, she's not mine. But I got both these books off of Amazon for like $1, maybe. I'll link it below. So definitely summer read. If you need to feel better about yourself, this one. That's my 2 cents. Thanks.